All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another episode of True Stories Based on Fiction, the YouTube channel. As you can see, because we can't be in the same room because of what's going on in the environment right now, we're still getting the episode out to you guys, which is going to be via Skype. So excuse us as we learn what's going on. But in any event, I'm Evan, the third host, and I'm joined by always on this YouTube channel by Randy. What's going on, bro?
Hey, what up, man?
Not much. So this is going to be kind of like our first video wrestling with Randy, as we're going to talk about basically give a review of Wrestlemania 36, right?
Yeah, that was something.
An event too big for one night. They had to have it be 2 nights.
Yeah, they could have cut a lot out of whatever, but regardless. Regardless.
Yeah. So we said that we weren't gonna break it down by night, just do like an overall discussion of it, right?
Yeah.
So what were your thoughts on it?
Like overall, I mean, they tried with what they had and what they're able to do. I mean, obviously, you're taking a huge part of the show out without a crowd.
Huge
But
part.
watching some of those matches, like they were so quiet. Like some of them, if they were talking, like I'd rather see them do more like shit talking in the ring and just talking crap to each other than just. I think my wife said during the women's match, she's like, "Why do they have to moan like every time?"
Yeah, yeah, like the moaning was it was very off-putting. Especially
like,
fucking especially Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, Rhea moaned a lot.
It would make me uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to sit there with my wife watching it. The match itself was about 25 minutes, but
yeah,
it was just a lot of moaning and groaning. Like Charlotte kept saying, "I'm the queen" a lot, but whatever. Like, I didn't hear Rhea do a whole lot of shit talking back. It was mainly just Charlotte. And Rhea was just moaning the whole time.
Right.
What is going on? Like the ladder match for the tag titles. Like at least they were shit talking each other the whole time.
Especially Jimmy Uso, or was it Jay?
Shit talking everybody.
Yeah.
Like that at least made that entertaining and play to the camera for Christ's sakes. Like, no, I know there's no crowd there. Why are you trying to play to a crowd?
Yes, you can play to the camera, but don't play to the crowd. Like fucking Otis was doing. Like his that doesn't work if there's no crowd. No. Unless he said, "Hey, Michael Cole, oh yeah." That's what it should have been doing, like playing to the announcers.
Or break the fourth wall and look at the camera and say it.
Yes.
Like I'm totally okay with breaking the fourth wall when there's absolutely nobody in the crowd to play off of. Like,
absolutely.
Look at that camera and talk shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or something. Like, acknowledge the camera's there because that's your audience at this point. You're not playing to anybody else except that camera.
Mm-hmm. Now, one thing I did enjoy with that format, though, was hearing everything that the refs do. Because the refs are kind of thugs sometimes. Because on the Randy Orton and Edge match, Orton told the ref to count like, "I am counted."
Yeah,
it was hilarious.
Orton and Edge were calling their spots. And you could hear the whispers a little bit. Goldberg, you could hear. I definitely heard his whispers to Braun, or at least to the ref. To call the spots. So it's a lot tougher when there's no crowd to hide that stuff. I think they did a great job with AJ and Undertaker doing the cinematic match and playing it off that way. Because honestly, it keeps the Undertaker strong. Not that he needs to be strong at this point of his career, but him and AJ made an amazing thing. On the flip side, you had the Firefly Funhouse, which I don't even know what the hell that was.
Polar opposites, bro. They were polar fucking opposites. Yeah. Now, every one of the wrestling YouTube channels I follow all love that match. So which means they're all fucking crazy. Yes.
It was a retrospective of each other's career.
And not even a good one.
I didn't get it all.
And the fucking Hogan and fucking Macho Man Saturday Night Main Event. What the fuck did that have to do with anything?
Yeah. Just
It,
throwing it in there.
it was probably I mean, like you said during us texting last night, like our live text of it, Titus O'Neil said it best. I don't know what the fuck I just saw. He said everything right there. I don't know what I saw on that portion.
I don't know what I just saw. Nope, I have no idea what I just saw. Like, Bray Wyatt gets the win. That wasn't even a match.
It only had those two moves.
Yeah, he did Sister Abigail was going to do Sister Abigail, and then he just did his mandible claw. That was it.
Yep. And the only John Cena tried to do was ruthless aggression, and that was just fucking terrible. I mean, that was honestly probably the worst thing I've seen in a very long time. I would say though, night 2 was better than night 1, because on night 2 maybe I got used to the format of having like no audience there, but I felt like they did as well. Because as a matter of fact, man, I can't even remember any of the matches from night 1 besides Becky and Shayna Baszler, which was trash.
Yeah, that match ended out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. That match ended like a RKO. Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. They had Bryan and Sami Zayn, but that match was not as good as it could have been. I don't know.
I was bored to tears.
Yeah.
Wasn't great. The saving grace of night 1 was the Boneyard match, because it showed you how to do a cinematic match where they still fought. It wasn't particularly a wrestling match, but it was a brawl, which is fine because it's a Boneyard match, so I'll accept that. It told a really good story, and I personally prefer Biker Undertaker than like Demon Taker.
Yep.
Because like his old voice saying, "How's it going, boy? What you gonna do, boy? Come on now, get up! You talking all that shit? Get up!
What are you apologizing for?
What you apologizing for? Tell me now." And then it showed it merged both takers because like he had like his supernatural powers as well.
Yep.
That was probably, I might say, that might be my favorite match of the entire 2-night mega event.
I agree, and technically it was a main event because it wasn't the match of night 1. So AJ got his main event.
That's true.
Probably the best match of the night, even though they didn't do like a whole lot of fighting, but just the story behind it, I think, told the best thing. And Taker reliving Goldberg's punch in the window spot, and also cutting himself open in that spot.
Very good point. I would say this though. On night 1, I'm trying to think of any moments from night 1 that I enjoyed. What they could have done to make the whole thing more even-handed. They could have taken out the Raw Tag Team Championship match and put that on night 1.
Yep.
And probably put maybe the ladder match. Yes.
Yeah, Aleister Black and Bobby Lashley probably could have been night 1.
On the pre-show of night 1.
Yeah.
That's how bad that match was.
Yeah. Well, it was just Aleister just going over quick. I mean, it was Lana telling him to do a move, and it's showing, I don't know, dissension with Lana and Bobby, which I think the whole storyline with Lana and Bobby was done anyway. But. Yeah,
because now that Rusev, I can't say his name today for some reason. Because thank you. Because he's MIA.
Yeah, he's his contract is still being negotiated or is expired. So you might not see him for a while. Same thing with the Revival. and they already worked all their dates, so they're not getting paid anymore, but they're still under contract.
Like until when?
I think a month or two, maybe.
Damn, that sucks for them.
Yep.
But getting back to Mania though, Night 2 had definitely the best matches. Even though the good matches were too long, like Charlotte Flair and Rhea. That was probably 5 minutes too long, but it told a good story. And I feel like Rhea probably should have won. She got buried a little bit, but everyone from NXT had all this build up from like the Royal Rumble and from everything else that they were doing in their invasion shit, but then they got fucking obliterated on fucking Mania.
Yep.
Like obliterated. Because Shayna Baszler was hyped up so much, and that match was one-sided.
Oh yeah. No, I'm surprised that Shayna didn't go over, but maybe just Becky putting over or going over all the MMA people for now.
Yeah.
Unless Ronda comes back, but who knows?
That's something that was also missing. Typically on like WrestleMania, you have like a return, a really good run-in. Although we did have some run-ins that were decent, but like
Bianca Belair showing up, I mean that was something.
Yeah, it was because I love her. Like she's my favorite. She's probably my top 5 favorite current wrestlers, regardless of gender.
Yep.
But I don't want her to come in and fucking fight Selena Vega.
Yeah.
Cause that's gonna be trash.
Yeah.
She need to stay at fucking NXT and fight Charlotte again.
Oh yeah.
That's what she needs to do. I don't want her to come to Raw because as of right now, they don't have a good track record with people coming over from NXT to Raw or SmackDown.
Not right now.
So that's the worst thing that she could possibly do. It was cool that she came out and helped her husband, her non-kayfabe husband. No, I guess it would be her non-kayfabe husband. So that was cool. And that saved that otherwise boring ass match of people that I give no fucks about. And like fucking Street Profits are incredible. They're good on the mic. They're great in fucking NXT, but on Raw, they really aren't doing shit to me.
No, they had them on Raw just to be entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
But they haven't really wrestled a whole lot.
And when they do, it's not anything like fuck right home about.
They just come out, yell, get the smoke, and that's about it.
Yep. Now the Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens match from night 1 was actually pretty damn good.
Yeah. Kevin Owens finally got his big WrestleMania win. It's over Seth Rollins, which is great. Those guys were in Ring of Honor together. I showed my wife an old match of them where Kevin Owens was wearing a singlet. She's like, "Oh, why is he wearing a singlet?" No, put the shirt back on. I'm like, honey, I know he's big.
Yeah, I think I ever want to watch.
Yeah.
And that was probably the high spot was probably the best high spot of the in-ring shit.
Yeah, I heard if they were gonna be in the arena, he was gonna jump off a pirate ship. So if he would have been actually at the stadium, they would have had a pirate ship set up, and he would have jumped off it. So something little missed. Still off the top of the logo was sweet. He got his WrestleMania moment. At a WrestleMania that'll probably be much forgotten. How much does it got to suck to win a title with no crowd?
Especially like your first titles. So like Drew McIntyre, it's his first title, and Braun Strowman, 2 first-time title holders for like the big titles.
Yep.
And they're from the most awkward, probably forgettable WrestleManias ever. Although Braun, is another placeholder for Roman, because Goldberg is a placeholder for Roman, and so is Braun. So Braun's gonna hold it until like if this shit ever ends, we get back to whatever our new normal is. He dropped the belt to Roman. Probably fucking. Definitely. At this rate, maybe SummerSlam might be next time that they actually have something that's gonna have a crowd. So,
yeah, because I don't know if they'll do any Saudi events right now. Since all the international travel. Yeah. Dang.
So, yeah. But I was glad that Braun got it, although he was saying some stupid shit online. Like, he's the new fucking Seth Rollins with that shit.
Yeah, he talks way too much.
Yeah. And this dumb, ill-informed shit.
Yep.
I don't see why all these people who don't have jobs can't get jobs. Huh? That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, they can go. I'm sure they can find a job.
If there were any jobs right now with what the whole world is going through,
nothing. Those jobs are gone, Braun.
They're fucking gone.
Logan's closed.
And both those big title matches were both very lackluster. I'm not sure. So which one was worse to you? Braun versus Brock, or Braun versus Goldberg, or Drew McIntyre versus Brock?
I think Braun versus Goldberg was worse. What Braun hit, like 2 moves? 3 moves? He kept hitting him with a power slam. Like Goldberg hit like 3 spears.
Yep.
And then I don't even know if he jackhammered him. I can't remember.
I think he did get like 1 or 2 jackhammers in.
Yeah. The match in total was what, 4.5 minutes?
If that.
And then Braun hit like 2 power slams, and that was it. And it's just, I don't expect a lot from either of those 2 guys because they both have the same gimmick. Where
exactly.
A match between the 2 of them is not going to be good anyway. So.
Highly unlikely. And
they're just throwing power moves at each other all day.
And it's saying because of fucking now with Drew McIntyre and Brock, I don't think that the Claymore kick is as powerful as they make it seem. Like that was just fucking knock out Brock.
No, even though Brock sold it like a champ.
He did. People say that Brock is an asshole, but Brock, when he wants to, he can sell like fucking Shawn Michaels.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, when Brock was out from that Claymore, like he didn't move for a good few minutes. He stayed in the ring like dead to the world. Mm-hmm. So good for him.
And
when Brock wants to do business, he'll do business. And
agreed.
They're paying him a lot to do business right now. So
now, to that point, I wonder if Brock is coming back after this. I feel like because he's only there when he's the champion. And although he didn't sound like a new contract, did he?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything.
But
most of the time you'll hear news about him trying to get back to UFC to try to drive his price up a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
I will say this though. Drew McIntyre is not gonna draw a fucking dime.
Probably not.
He's gonna be fucking Diesel as a champion. He's gonna be fucking Bob Backlund.
I like Bob Backlund.
I hate Bob. Bob Backlund is the worst wrestler in the history of the fucking world.
Oh god, Bob Backlund's great. Mr. Backlund.
Bob Backlund like a live fucking Chucky doll.
It really depends on who they line up against him. I mean, yeah, sure, Brock might get like a rematch or whatever, and Brock will probably win. But
yeah,
he's on Raw, right?
Yes. Yep.
So I could see him and AJ. Like,
that could be a good one.
That could be decent.
But are they gonna push AJ again though?
They could. I mean, get as much use out of him as you can while you got him. Because he said his years are numbered.
Mm-hmm. Also, speaking of long ass matches, Edge and Orton was maybe 20 minutes too long because it was about an hour.
It felt like an hour.
It was a 60-minute Iron Man match.
Yep.
And I don't. If they would have took off seriously, we'll say about 10 minutes, that could have been like the match of the night. One of the best matches of all time. Could have told an amazing story. Although people are getting mad about that Chris Benoit spot.
Yeah.
But it took good advantage of the no crowd because they barely stayed in the fucking ring. But it was just too fucking long. And then as people on YouTube have said, the commentary team, because the Raw commentary team was trash, super trash, and they were fucking quiet on that whole match.
Byron and Tom, Todd or whatever.
Byron Saxton and Todd Phillips are the two worst commentators probably in the history of the fucking world.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, we didn't have what's his name do any commentary, did we? The
King.
You didn't have King or the other white dude with the tattoos.
Oh, Corey Graves. Corey Graves is actually pretty good, man.
I like Corey, but they didn't have him on commentary. They had JBL and Michael Cole.
And I'm honestly, I'm not like a Michael Cole fan either.
No, I don't. No, I can't stand Cole.
I never liked Michael Cole. The top 3 of all time: Vince McMahon, Jim Ross, and the King.
Oh yeah, definitely. By
fucking far. And Jim Ross is the best. He's number 1.
Jim Ross is great.
Mm-hmm.
He's still decent in AEW.
But you can tell he's getting old and his mind is not working well.
No.
He called somebody Rocky Maivia the other week, I think. Look at Rocky Maivia. I mean, Chris Jericho.
I mean, Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, but the Orton. Now, the 2 matches that had the best stories was Orton and Edge and Otis and Ziggler.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if that would have been... Yeah.
Sad that those 2 were the best stories.
Now, if Ziggler and Otis would have been during a live crowd, the entire crowd would have went through the roof when fucking Otis won and kissed Mandy Rose.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I'm like, good for Otis. I'm sitting at home saying, good for Otis.
Exactly. He's new people's champ. Because a guy like Otis getting
why doesn't he just wear a full shirt? Why is he wearing a half shirt? I'm like, honey, I don't. That's his gimmick. She's like, well, his gimmick is stupid. Fair enough.
That's actually really funny. And then doesn't his jean jacket have a ham on it?
It does. Ham and eggers. Steaks and weights.
It's a weird fucking gimmick. But that match was a little dumb though, because on Friday Night SmackDown, you find out that Sonya Deville was the one who orchestrated everything. And now she's on teams with Dolph that quickly.
Yeah.
They should have a pre-match interview that brought those 2 together for the match.
Yeah, that kind of set it up. Because that didn't make any sense why she was just suddenly... Now, I get that she set up the whole thing, but whatever.
We still don't know why. And more importantly, what's going to happen to the Mandy's YouTube channel?
Right? The Mandy's Donuts.
Yeah. Is it going to be over, or is that going to be outside of kayfabe now?
I would guess they're still going to do the donut bit, but who knows?
I don't know how.
Have to turn into the next episode of Demandy's Donuts.
Because I don't know how they'll get back together. Also, the shitty part about this whole thing is, where's fucking Robert Roode?
Yeah, he's Dolph's tag partner.
Yeah. But now, like, he's in a mixed tag with fucking Asai Deville.
They couldn't even do a battle royal to get everybody on the card. Well, I guess,
Right.
honestly, that's more than 10 people.
It is more than 10 people.
So they were abiding by said rules.
I mean,
I get that now. Yeah. I'm like, why was there a battle royal? Like, oh yeah, that's why.
How many cameramen do they have though?
2 or 3.
Yeah.
So 3.
But on
4, 5,
that
6, 7.
5 women's match, 5 people in the ring, 2 commentators. Yeah. Yes, like you probably right at 10.
Yeah. That could have been a reason why they went down from 6. It was originally supposed to be a 6-woman match.
Yep. And that match was decent, but the end was kind of dumb.
Yeah. Like I was totally ready for Sasha to turn on Bayley.
Yeah.
Because that's what they were building. That's what they're building towards anyway. We know that.
Exactly.
But,
and then like it kind of happened, but I feel like they're going to make Sasha a face because now the seeds are being planted that Bayley is getting the ego because like she's like longest reigning champion, and now it's going to her head and shit. And then Sasha Banks is being there for her, even though Bayley's ego is getting out of whack. So I think they're going to turn Sasha to a face and make Bayley an even bigger heel. That's where I see this going.
Which is perfect because I like Bayley as a heel.
Yep. And everyone expects Sasha to turn on Bayley. But if Bayley turns on Sasha, like that's a nice little swerve that works.
Yep. Perfect.
Mm-hmm. I think we've covered the bulk of everything on there. Besides,
how many drunk Iron Mans would you give it?
As a full event, as an event too big for one night, I would probably give it 6 drunk Iron Mans.
Okay, I was gonna say 5.
5, yeah. I mean,
like,
I'm not mad at that.
Honestly, they tried for what they could do. I was not having the crowd. Huge knock. It was a good effort for what it was, but honestly, without a crowd, it's hard to watch.
Yeah. But all they had to do, like we also said on text, they would have increased the the score by at least 1 or 2 points. Pipe in some background music like the old fucking New Jack matches on ECW. And they got on. That's all they had to do. Because then, like, you weren't worried about the lack of crowd noise. Yep. And then they could still have, like, the people in the ring talking shit. The commentators didn't have, like, that fucking undercurrent of background music. That's all they had to do.
Yeah, they could have did Otis and Dolph as a cinematic match. I mean,
yeah,
telling that story.
Mm-hmm.
I say AJ Undertaker best match of the night. I would give that match 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree.
But everything else, I think, I'm still saying 5. 5 out of 10.
It has so many things working against it. Some that weren't. I mean, also, I was gonna say some that weren't their fault, but I think it was their fault because they could have pussy.
Yeah. They could have taken some shit into consideration, or at least changed something. Like, you had days. I mean, it's a 6-hour show or 6.5-hour show. Yep. More than that with the pre-shows.
Mm-hmm.
But like, piping in a crowd is not essentially the answer. But at least having some kind of background noise, like with the announcers screaming at the ladder match, along with the guys talking crap during the ladder match, mm-hmm. I at least felt like more involved with it.
Yes. The commentator needed a lot more energy, especially on that Randy Orton match. Pipe in some background noise, and then also train the fucking wrestlers who are so used to their sticks of baiting to the crowd to do something else that isn't pandering to the crowd that isn't there. Because like fucking John Cena, for example, he acted like there was actually people in the crowd when he came out. It was so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
stupid.
There's nobody there. There's nobody
there, bro. So, as always, if you like this video on our YouTube channel, we'll probably get better at the YouTube shit for the Skype calls at some point pretty soon here. But be sure to like, subscribe, and comment and share to all your friends. As you see on this YouTube channel, we're doing a lot more than just like our podcast network. This isn't just about one thing anymore. It's about everything that we fuck with. We fuck with statues, fuck with wrestling, but fucking comic book shit, taste tests. You can expect all of that on the True Story Based on Fiction YouTube channel. Also check out the podcast that comes out at least weekly until the lockdown is over. There's one episode as we record this. One episode came out of Wrestling with Randy. Then we have an episode coming out later this week of the Invincible Battle Report, which is a show where we talk about the comic book Invincible, and then we're gonna have at least two. I have an interview coming out next week with a comic book creator, so there's gonna be content for you guys either in the audio or the visual means. Every week you have something at least.
Yep, link to the podcast down below.
Boom. All right. Well, until then, enjoy the following. I mean, not enjoy. That's not the fucking sign off. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Peace.
Peace. We're out.